welcome back to Movies, Unchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
And we're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And now it's time for movie news, reviews, and pulp culture discussion. This is a slightly long one because we weren't on this last week, folks, so just bear with us. So first up, we have Sofia Vergara from Modern Family. She is set to play Colombian drug lord Griselda Blanco in a 6-part Netflix drama.
Oh, wow.
So I think that would be cool. I did see there was a Lifetime movie version that had Catherine Zeta-Jones as that person, and that wasn't bad for a Lifetime movie, so I think this will be even better because Netflix, I think she got the writer of that show Narcos on Netflix to write it. So
I haven't watched Narcos. Have you?
I've never seen Narcos, no. But I've heard good things, and since that is set in the drug world, I can see it probably being a good show. And that'll be good to see Sophia in a serious role because you've only ever seen her do comedy,
right?
In Modern Family, and then that movie Hot Pursuit, with Reese Witherspoon, a couple years back.
Yeah,
so
it'll be good to see the depth of her character.
Right, exactly.
Her.
Exactly. And let me just apologize too. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy, so if I sound a little off, that is why. I'm just letting you guys know.
It's all right. It's going around.
Joe Millionaire is coming back with 2 bachelors looking for love, but only one of them will be an actual millionaire. So for those who don't know, this is a reality show. I want to say it was like a decade ago, honestly, where they put out this guy kind of like on The Bachelor with people competing, but the twist was that everyone thought he was a millionaire, but it turned out in the end he was not.
Oh,
so,
that's right. I do remember that.
So in the end, it was like, I thank you for choosing me, but I actually have no money. It was just to see who, would stick with him in the end, which I feel like the girl did for a bit, of course, but just like on Bachelor and Bachelorette, it didn't last too long, but in his case. But so this time they're doing 2 bachelors, but one will really be a millionaire and one will not this time. So yeah, interesting, different take. So we'll see how it goes. Dolly Parton will guest star during the final season episodes of Grace and Frankie on Netflix. This is so cool. It'll be a 9 to 5 reunion. Yay. So those next batch of episodes are scheduled to come out next year. We don't have a date yet still. But remember, you can watch the first 4 episodes currently on Netflix, which were really funny so far. So I'm looking forward to that. Love Dolly Parton. Gal Gadot will play the evil queen in the live-action Snow White movie that is starring Rachel Zegler, soon to be a West Side Story. She's playing Snow White. And Gal Gadot, of course, was Wonder Woman. So she will get to play a different role this time around in the Snow White movie.
Oh, nice. Gal Gadot would be great.
Yeah, they've had so many Snow White movies. It's crazy it's still going on. But I'm sure it'll be good. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo have been cast in the movie version of Wicked. This will be directed by John Chu, who directed In the Heights. Wow. This is apparently Ariana Grande's dream come true. I guess when she first saw Wicked years ago, she had actually put out there, I'd love to play in this Broadway show. And now she gets to play it in the movie version.
That's so great. Both of them will be amazing.
So Ariana Grande is playing the Kristen Chenoweth role, and Cynthia Erivo is playing the
Wicked Witch.
She's playing...
What's her name? Gazelle. No.
Oh my gosh.
A deer.
Right? I don't know. Oh, and Dina Menzel. I was like, why am I forgetting her name?
I thought you were trying to say what their character's name
Oh,
is.
no. Sorry, I was trying to say who played them originally in the Broadway show. Sorry. So that should be cool. So Leonardo DiCaprio is in talks to play cult leader Jim Jones in a movie about the Jonestown Massacre.
Wow. I thought he was going to do that other show first. What was it? Oh, Devil in White City, which is what
Right. It has, it must be on the back burner because it's been null and void since it was mentioned. So we'll see.
Maybe it was just a germ of an idea.
Right. I think he really did sign on to play it. For some reason, just hasn't moved forward yet. So for whatever reason, I'm sure it'll still happen, but yeah. But that's okay. He gets to play a different
this is still a great story, so that would be awesome. I've seen several documentaries on it.
Right?
So.
Yeah, me too. Lizzie Kaplan is set to star in Fatal Attraction for Paramount Plus. Now, yes, this is a remake of the 80s movie that starred Glenn Close and Michael Douglas.
You can't remake that.
I mean...
Stop already.
I can't...
Where's all the creativity? It's gone.
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
They all got COVID brain.
I don't know. I hope they just take a different, maybe, like, approach to it in a way. I guess
Yeah, maybe
I would
so.
just be curious to know how they, go about it. And Lizzie Kaplan, she's done a lot of stuff, both comedy and serious. She was last in Castle Rock, but she's also been in funny movies I've seen, like The Bachelorette and Now You See Me.
The Bachelorette?
Yeah, it was a movie a decade ago with, like,
right.
Rebel Wilson and Kirsten Dunst. It was pretty funny. Anyway, and so yeah, but she's also been serious, as we know, in Castle Rock. So I think she's an interesting choice for this. I'm interested to see how this will go. And finally, Starz has ordered a Party Down revival, and it's bringing back most of the original cast. So it will be a 6-episode event, and so coming back is Jane Lynch, Ken Marino, Ryan Hansen, Adam Scott, and Megan Mullally. This was also a show that Lizzie Kaplan actually was also on, but she will not be coming back because she is going to be in Fatal Attraction, so it's a timing issue. She can't do both, apparently.
What's Party Down?
Party Down was a series on Starz. It was about the catering world. So it's a group of friends that worked for this catering company and just the shenanigans that would happen when they would go to each event.
So was it
to
funny?
cater. It was funny. I had seen like a couple episodes when I was living with my parents because they had Starz, and so...
Oh, Jane Lynch.
So it was funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Megan Mullally, that'll be great, actually.
So I think that's cool they're bringing it back.
Mm-hmm. I never saw that.
So, yeah, you'll have to... You have Starz, don't you? Yeah, you do.
Yes.
So you can go back and watch previous years. I'm sure aren't there still. So
Yeah.
you'll have to maybe, like, check it out.
Okay.
Now it's time for movies and TV shows that have been out. So we're going to do last week and this week since we weren't on the air. So first up, last week, we have Belfast. This is in theaters with Jamie Dornan, Katrina Balfe, and Judi Dench. This is a semi-autobiographical film which chronicles the life of a working-class family and their young son's childhood during the tumultuous of the late 1960s in the Northern Ireland capital. Say that 5 times fast. Anyway.
Right? That's a big mouthful.
I have to say, this actually looks interesting.
good.
It's not, thank you. It's not usually my type of show, and it just looks like it's shot in black and white, but it does look interesting. Yeah. I'd probably see this once it became available on demand at home, but I do like everybody that's in it. So
I do too.
then we have Clifford the Big Red Dog. This is in theaters and also on Paramount Plus. And this stars Jack Whitehall from Jungle Cruise, David Alan Grier, and Darby Camp. When Emily Elizabeth meets a magical animal rescuer who gives her a little red puppy, she never anticipated waking up to find a giant 10-foot hound in her small New York apartment. With her single mother away on business, Emily and her fun but impulsive uncle set out on an adventure that takes a bite out of the Big Apple. This looks so cute and fun.
It does look so cute.
So
my granddaughter saw it.
Oh, okay.
And she loved it.
Did you go to the theater to watch it?
She went to the theater.
Oh, you didn't go with her?
No.
Oh, okay.
But,
Gotcha.
but I was asking if, she'd want to go. I saw it and I loved it, so maybe I'll watch it at home with her.
Okay. I'll watch it at home too. Look cute. Next up, we have Red Notice.
I almost watched this.
This is a movie on Netflix with Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. In the world of international crime, an Interpol agent attempts to hunt down and capture the world's most wanted art thief. It's so funny. I did watch this, and I completely spaced that I did. Until I'm like, I did watch this.
Wow, it was memorable.
So you gotta remember, people. I was on cold brain all weekend, so it just
You watched it over the weekend?
slipped my mind. Yeah, I was like,
Awesome.
Anyway, but yes, I'll just say it is a good show. So yes, please do check it out.
Is it funny?
It had its moments. It wasn't like continually
okay.
funny, I would say. So
Was it like, what was it? What was he just in?
Who? Which one?
The Rock?
Oh.
Kevin Hart. What was it? Jumanji.
Oh, Jumanji.
Was
No,
it
it wasn't
Jumanji
like that.
funny?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately not. Not Jumanji funny. So that's still worth a look. Next is Passing. This is a movie on Netflix with Tessa Thompson from Thor and also Ruth Negga. So in 1920s New York City, a black woman finds her world upended when her life becomes intertwined with a former childhood friend who is passing herself off as white. This looks very interesting. I'll
yeah.
probably check it out. I've seen
yeah, I would like to see it too.
a couple of movies in my younger years about situations like this, and it never ends well. I'll just say that, but yeah, it does look interesting. So I'll probably check that out myself. Mayor of Kingstown. This is a new series on Paramount Plus that stars Jeremy Renner, Kyle Chandler, and Diane Wiest. So a crime drama about an important contemporary issue, America's prison system. So Mayor of Kingstown follows the McCluskey family in Kingstown, Michigan, where the business of incarceration is the only thriving industry. That's interesting. The family of power brokers between police, criminals, inmates, prison guards, and politicians tackle themes of systemic racism, corruption, and inequality. So I was honestly on the fence about this. I just saw a little bit of it.
I watched the whole first episode.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see what she says when she talks about it in detail in a bit, everybody. So then we have Yellow Jackets. This is a new series on Showtime and stars Christina Ricci, Juliette Lewis, and Melanie Linsky. So a team of wildly talented high school girls soccer players survive a plane crash deep in the Ontario wilderness. The series chronicles their descent from a complicated but thriving team to warring cannibalistic clans while also tracking the lives they've attempted to piece back together. This is one I also watched that I will talk about more in detail, but yeah, I'll just say yes, check it out, please. It's good so far. Then for the last thing for this, for last week, we have The Shrink Next Door. This is on Apple TV with Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell. So this is about how a seemingly normal dynamic between a charming psychiatrist and a longtime patient morphs into an exploitative, there we go, relationship filled with manipulation, power grabs, and dysfunction. So, yes, this is definitely a dark comedy. I just watched the trailer on it, and I was like, definitely a different way for Will and Paul to be.
Isn't that interesting?
And definitely interesting. And so for this week, we have Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is in theaters with, again, Paul Rudd. We have Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, a returning Dan Aykroyd, and a returning Bill Murray, along with some others, I'm sure. So when a single mother and her 2 children move to a new town, they discover they have a connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. Who I believe the grandfather is supposed to be the Harold Ramis character, and as you may or not know, he had passed away in real life, so that's why he will not be in this.
But his daughter is.
So,
right?
Yes, someone's playing his daughter, so that's, and it's about his grandchildren. So it looks good. I'm all about seeing it. Love Ghostbusters.
Me too. Oh, I know so much. But are you going to go to the movie theater to watch it?
You have to in this case. It's not either or in this case.
Okay, then. Yes, we are. Yes, we're going to the movie
Theaters,
theater.
yep.
Yes. Go support those movie theaters.
Right. Next up, we have King Richard. This is in theaters and also HBO Max, and stars Will Smith, John Bernthal, who is, I swear, the never-ending actor,
right,
and Tony Goldwyn. And so, armed with a clear vision and a brazen 78-page plan, Richard Williams is determined to write his 2 daughters, Venus and Serena, into history. Training on a tennis court in Compton, California, Richard shapes the girls' unyielding commitment and keen intuition. This looks good. I've always been actually a little curious about their upbringing, how they came. So I remember hearing things, but at the time when they started, I was too young to really get into it. So I think this looks good, and I will watch it probably just on HBO Max, and see how it is.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I want to see it too.
Oh, that looks good. Then next we have Tiger King season 2 on Netflix. So this series is just, they had much more footage left over from season 1. So now it's just taking on more about Carol Baskin's missing husband. And she apparently is not happy about it.
She is not.
She tried to stop it, didn't work. So here we go, folks. From what I read, it's only, I think, 4 or 5 episodes, so it's very short, this second season. So
thank goodness.
Right? If you were a fan of the first one, check it out. I never did, so, you let us know what you think. Next, we have Cowboy Bebop. This is a series on Netflix and is based off the anime series of the same name. So this stars John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, and Daniela Pineda as a ragtag group of bounty hunters that chases down the galaxy's most dangerous criminals. and they will save the world for the right price. This looks the way the trailer shows it, they filmed it like very comic booky. Like some of the action is like part comic book, part, and I was like, oh, I actually kind of do like that style. It reminds me of Sin City, if anyone ever saw that movie back in the day. That's the look of it to me, the stylized look of it. So I may or may not watch it. If I do, it's kind of be in the back burner versus everything else.
Yeah,
but
that's not my kind of movie. That doesn't mean it's not going to be good. It's just
not
my kind of thing. So if you go see it, woo, good for you.
So, well, it's a series, but yes.
Oh, it's a series.
On Netflix, yeah.
Well, then you can watch it on Netflix.
Right? So, yeah, I'm just
saying. I'll just be quiet right
now. Next up, we have Tick, Tick, Boom. This is a movie on Netflix, and this stars Andrew Garfield, Alexandra Shipp, Vanessa Hudgens, and Bradley Whitford. So, on the cusp of his 30th birthday, a promising young theater composer navigates love, friendship, and the pressures of life as an artist in New York City.
I think we like this.
Yeah, we did like this trailer. It looks good. It's based off of Jonathan Larson. He is the composer who did Rent. So I don't know his backstory, so something watching this would give you some insight, and it does look good.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Next, we have The Sex Lives of College Girls on HBO Max. This series follows 4 college roommates as they arrive at New England's prestigious Essex College. A bundle of contradictions and hormones, the girls are equal parts lovable and infuriating as they navigate their new free lives on campus.
Oh, my.
I have to say, I watched the trailer. It did make me laugh because they're just
it does sound funny.
Yeah, they're just so silly, youngins, and they're like they said, they're hormones. So I'll probably check that out. And then last for this week, we have The Great. This is a series on Hulu, and it's season 2, and it stars Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult. And for those who don't know, this is just an anti-historical take through 18th century Russia, and it follows the rise of Catherine the Nothing to Catherine the Great with her husband Peter.
Oh, wow.
I've never watched the series because sometimes historical, or in this case anti-historical as it says, drama isn't my cup of tea. I do like some and not all. I mean, I did watch The Tudors, loved it, but sometimes when it's in that I'm just like, I tune out, so I don't know. It was one that I wasn't completely drawn into like I was when I first saw like The Tudors, or even I also watched The Borgias, so it just kind of depends on the subject matter. This one didn't seem as entertaining to me, but the fact that it's more comedic, which I don't think I realized, maybe I should give it a go. Yeah, since it's not supposed to be dramatic.
I would love it if it was more historical.
Like in fact.
Yes. Yeah.
Versus what it's supposed to be.
I would be more inclined to watch it. But, we could always use a little bit more laughter in our lives. So it could be great.
Yeah, you never know. Now, rerun is our favorite part, which is what we've been watching last week and this week. So first up, we are going to discuss Dexter and Yellowstone, because as you know from our previous podcast, these are 2 of our favorite shows, and we have both watched them. So first up, Dexter. So.
Da, 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 da.
Right, so I've really liked, now it's been the first 2 episodes. I like their take on it. I'm liking Deborah being his spirit guide, or his dark, helping his dark passenger along.
Yes.
So
it was
far
returned, by the way.
Right. I'm liking his son Harrison, which, I'm just going to put it out there right now. I'm not convinced it actually is Harrison, but we'll see. I feel like that would be a twist later that it's not really Harrison. But we'll see.
That is interesting that you're going down that
I know.
direction.
I just don't know why I don't completely buy it. I know. I mean, it could just be what it is on this, but I don't know. I feel like something else is at play.
Okay. Well, I like that. I like that you have this little.
Yeah. What do you think of Dexter?
Oh, I love it. I do like it a lot. I like so far how you're watching him struggle, and fight his demons.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just want to beat these people too. I mean, they're just annoying as all get out.
They are quite awful.
Well, and the fact that they, the dude killed that white deer was just, I would have killed him too. So anyway, I'm really liking the way Dexter's going. So, and I watched all kind of the previews of the season, and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I can totally see this thing continuing, and I kind of hope that maybe
that it will.
It does. Especially if they get such great reviews, maybe it'll continue.
That's true. You never know. I guess it all depends on how it ends. I think it'll end more final than we think. But
I know. You keep saying that.
We'll see.
I'm going to be a little more, optimistic.
Okay, fine.
Instead of this whole, Dexter's done.
Okay, fine. And then we watched Yellowstone. So it had a 2-hour premiere, and then the first last week, and then just a 1-hour episode. So technically 3 episodes down already for Yellowstone. So for me, I do like it. It kind of started off more ho-hum, in my opinion, for the premiere. After that, crazy finale of season 3, I just felt it was kind of like more, like I said, ho-hum as they started. But I do like it. It's good to see where everyone ended up. I feel like there's a lot of holes still for me in what's going on, so that needs to be filled in. Because Rochelle and I were just talking about it, and it was like, what happened to the kid and the mom?
Yeah,
that he put that was also shot on the side of the road. It was like all of a sudden you didn't see her body, and then where did the kid go? That's where he wasn't shot. It's like I always pretend that never happened. It's like I don't get it. So
and then fast forward to a month later, and then apparently nobody talked to each other, and then he just finds out who's alive. So no, I agree. I think that was a little disjointed.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy that everyone is alive, and
yeah, that's true. We got a new youngin on the horizon with Beth and Rip helping out there, and then we have poor Jimmy, stupid idiotic Jimmy, who's he did it to himself, but he's just on a different journey path this season.
Yeah, but the good news is everyone's come back. So shoot, spoiler alert.
That's true. I do wonder if he'll be back, though, or if that will be... Maybe he doesn't come back to the end of the season, for all we know, unfortunately.
So he's going to the rodeo,
That's right. Mia can go away, though. I'm like, why don't you go?
Yeah, she can.
Mia can definitely go away. I feel like their whole conversation was irritating me. She was going on about, like, you're not choosing me. It's like, are you not working here, too? Do you not have any money? Yeah. Like, what do you want me to do?
And he already fell off the horse because
of
her. So.
It's like, give me a break. Oh, you guys have no idea how much it irritates me more than it probably should for not real people. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a good beginning on those 2 shows. So
yes, absolutely.
Especially Dexter. Dexter's still my favorite of the 2, but I digress. So what else I just watched for these past 2 weeks? So I watched The Eternals in the movie theater. I did like this movie. It's a very more slow moving than other Marvel films that you've seen, like the Avengers and Spider-Man and Thor and all those. But I liked it. The story was interesting. It's interesting to hear how they fit into the grand scheme of things. And it was always good to see the 2 boys from Game of Thrones. You had Richard Madden in it, and you also...
is this what Angelina Jolie's in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you had Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, they said Richard Madden, Kit Harington. He's the, they played brothers on Game of Thrones.
Yes, Kit Harington.
So, Gemma Chan.
Jon Snow. Is his name Jon Snow in the movie?
No.
Oh,
I want to say it's Jim in the movie.
John, it's fine.
So I did like it. It was slow moving. A lot of information was coming at you. It was like 2 hours and 45 minutes long, so it was a long one. So I would probably give this one 3 wine corks. It's worth checking out if you are a Marvel fan, just to see how it does fit into the things it explains where they were during Thanos and different aspects of previous films. So anyway, I did like that part of it. Then I also watched the movie Love Hard on Netflix. This was very cute and funny. This stars Nina Dobrev from The Vampire Diaries. She basically gets catfished. She's like communicating with this guy online and gets catfished, goes to meet him, and it's not really him, but then the person she meets tries to help her get with the real guy that she saw in the picture. It was just a really funny rom-com. It is set during Christmas, so I did break my rule not to watch any Christmas movies till after Thanksgiving, but that's a small part of it that it's set at Christmas. Otherwise, it's not really Christmassy, so that's okay. Anyway, it was really funny. I do recommend it. This is definitely 3 wine corks, so I would definitely check it out on Netflix. And then finally, I watched that series like Yellow Jackets on Showtime. very dark, very intriguing though, and yes, it gives me a very like Lord of the Flies / Alive / Mean Girls.
I was gonna say with all those,
right? Because it
with all
does
those
flash
girls in
between 1996 when they're in high school as a soccer team to the present day as adults. So, you know, I won't say any more. Also, really honestly, would give most of it away. Just check it out. It is. Really, I can't wait to see honestly where it's going to go and what exactly happened when after they had crashed. So, yes, that's a good series. It's a 4 wine corker for me if I was rating the series so far based off the one episode.
how many episodes are there?
There's going to be 10, but it does just release weekly like Dexter does. So, yeah.
Well, all right. Boy, that's driving me crazy. However, you know, it does help that it, you know, you can't get it all in one fell swoop, or else I would never leave my couch for some of these.
That's true.
Which is a segue into what I've watched, and I am still watching. Well, aside from, you know, Dexter and Yellowstone, which I've been completely captivated by, I have been watching Dope Sick, and tonight is the last. Or they're releasing the last episode, so we know what happens.
Oh, okay.
But it is just such a great show. You know, it's basically is a documentary on OxyContin and when it was first, you know, released by the FDA on Purdue Pharmaceuticals, and it was deemed to be the drug of, like, the miracle drug for pain. And but what we all know now is that it was very addicting, and it killed a lot of people, including my brother. And so when I started watching it, I didn't really realize what it was about, but I will tell you that it is really a great, well thought out show of what went down, and I'm excited to finish watching it tonight to see if these guys get their just and their dues, basically. You know, I'd love to see some of them go to jail, and if I would have known, you know, I would have loved to have been part of that. But everything that they're showing, because it is in it's kind of time stamped, so it goes from like 1996 when it was released all the way to 2005, and then it kind of bounced back and forth as to what was going on, and then it, you know, shows certain people in their life and how it started to be prescribed. So it's crazy. It is just, and I know, so I saw what my brother lived through, and it's maddening, it's upsetting, and it's all. What's also interesting is to see that the FDA is not. They're not the end all be all to our health and watching watching out for our best interest. They are a real pawn in this, and it's very scary because it's actually happening. You know, I think we could relate it to a lot of things that are going on today. So I definitely think this is worth a watch. I'm going to say 4 wine quirks on that.
Okay.
And then I did watch Halloween Kills.
Oh, yay.
I'm a Michael Myers fan. I know that is weird because he probably, you know, doesn't have many fans. But, I love Halloween, and I've loved it since I was young. But this is good. And, you know, they brought in the people who played the little kids that Jamie Lee Curtis was babysitting back when Michael started his reign of terror. And I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I did. I mean, you know, is it getting an Oscar anytime soon? Probably not. But if you do like Halloween, watch it. Just watch it. And I know it's late in the game, but I'm glad that I watched it. I liked it. And then, just quickly,
That's on Peacock, right?
Yes, it is.
Or is it Paramount? It's Peacock.
It's Peacock.
Okay.
Yep, it's Peacock. And then I watched Mayor of Kingstown. I watched the first episode.
Okay.
And it is good. And there is a killing right off the bat that is shocking to me. So.
I don't know why I have a feeling about... Even though I haven't watched it, I have a feeling about who it probably could be. Only because based off the trailers and who I didn't see for the most part, I think I probably can figure it out.
I was very surprised. Because I was like, I mean, I think my jaw hit the ground when it happened.
Okay.
But, and I was like, no, because he's a she is a great actor, and I just couldn't believe that this person's been taken out already. So, anyway, I'm liking it so far. I'm still trying to figure it out, though. I think you got to really listen to it because you have all these engagements between, you know, the bad guys and the good guys and the ones that are trying to help and all that, and you know, and they have their slang and so I'm kind of like, rewind, and then try to figure out what they just said. So anyway, but I'm liking it so far. But that's off of one episode,
right?
So
sometimes it's all it takes. So we'll see.
Yes, I'm engaged. I definitely am.
Now it's time for some movie trailer talk. First up, we have Downton Abbey, A New Era. This will be out next year on March 18th and stars Michelle Dockery, Hugh Bonneville, Matthew Good, Maggie, I just forgot her last name.
Yes.
Maggie
Smith.
There we go. Maggie Smith just came to me.
Maggie Smith.
Anyway, so
I did help. I said Smith.
That's true. You did help. Anyway.
I was going to say Smith, but I thought, no, that's probably wrong.
It is Maggie Smith. Anyway, this looks cute. I've never seen I've never seen any of the series. I didn't see the first movie that came out, but I mean, the trailer did make it look very cute.
Oh, it's so good, and the trailer looks awesome. I think it was a teaser trailer,
right? Because it's not like super long. Yeah. I mean, it just teases that they're going to go to France, I guess, and you know, there's. At the end,
and
they were
may
like,
or may not revolve around Maggie Smith,
right? And he was saying at the end, he's like, "You got to warn them, the British are coming." I was like, "Yep, you are." So anyway, I did think it looks cute.
I did
so
too.
I may not see it, but Rochelle certainly will.
Wow.
And you can tell us all about it.
Yes. Oh,
Woo,
for sure.
my brain,
you have
people.
To watch it,
my
though,
brain.
Because I really think you will get hooked on it. Your mom likes it, for Pete's sake.
Well, I know she did buy the series. I don't think I want to watch the series.
No, you don't even have to. I think you can get
just watch. Maybe I should just watch the first movie. I don't think I want to go back and watch the series, though, honestly.
You know what, though? You might get addicted and you'll want to.
Oh,
It's
not now.
so
There's too many
good.
other things.
I know.
Like, not now. Next up, we have National Champions. This will be out December 10th and stars Stephen James, J.K. Simmons, Alexander Ludwig, Timothy Oliphant, and Uzo Aduba from Orange is the New Black. So, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Love her. J.K. Simmons, forever known to me from these farmers commercials. You know, Stephen James.
Yeah.
He was in, and what am I forgetting the name of the movie? It was up for Oscars, and I can't remember. Sorry, guys.
Oh, my word.
My brain. Anyway, and Alexander Ludwig is currently on Stars in that series called Heels. Timothy Oliphant, everywhere, still from my favorite, Santa Clarita Diet, and the series Justified. Good man. Anyway, so basically all good people in this.
Is he the one who plays the coach? Timothy Oliphant?
No, J.K. Simmons is the coach.
J.K. Simmons, there we go.
Coach.
Yes.
So this looks really good. You know, I'm very, honestly, I can honestly say I could care less about football. Football movies don't really interest me for the most part. I sat through Any Given Sunday so pissed that I was even in the theater for this. I forgot who I went with, and they were like, come on, let's just see it. And I just sat there like,
I thought it was good.
I was just like, it wasn't interested in me at all. I was like, why am I in this movie?
So it's very painful to sit through a football game.
I was like, yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. But this, since it's revolving around football, but it's not really like
college football,
right? But it's not like football. Like it's not like in it. I should say. This looks really good. It's talking about, you know, the money and how money is set aside or put out for, or not put out in this case, for college. What do we call them? College draft picks, athletes, yeah, all that, and just. So then they're trying to basically fight the system in this. So I think it looks good.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, so this is one actually I would definitely watch. But yeah, anything that's like.
What's it coming out on? Is it just theaters or?
Yeah, it's just theaters, okay. December 10th. So yeah, that is something I definitely check out. So check out the trailer, guys. I think it will grab you. And then finally, want to do a special mention to the new Spider-Man trailer that came out yesterday for Spider-Man No Way Home that will be out this December 17th. Again, newer trailer. It looks very good. It showed you a little bit more. We got to see more Dr. Octavius. a little more push-pull between Peter and Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like having a little bit infighting. Some more cute comedy repartee between like him, MJ, and his friend Sam, I want to say is his name. So yeah, I think it's going to be good.
I thought it
and we got
was
to
great.
yes, we finally got to see all three villains because we saw Dr. Octavius, we saw Jamie Foxx's Electro,
Oh yeah.
and we also saw the Green Goblin.
That's
So
right.
and technically you saw the Sandman, who was played originally by Thomas Hayden Church. You just didn't see him in human form, but we did see the Sand figure rushing up, which is, and like I said, that was played by Thomas Hayden Church in the movie. Anyway, so I just think it looks really good. I'm honestly really excited for that.
I know.
I guess I'm a secret comic book geek in that way. I mean, I don't read
When
those
does
comic
it come
books.
out?
December 17th.
17th. So we've got National Champions on December 10th, and then we have this on December 17th.
Yeah. It's going to be such a good December. I swear there's like so much coming out for...
Well, that's a great show for, the holidays.
Right,
Take
yeah.
your family to, I think, right?
I would think so,
I
definitely.
mean, who doesn't love Spider-Man?
No. And if you don't want to do that, then you can also go see The Kingsman, which is out like Christmas Day, And also,
right.
that's a good actioner based off the
Yes, it
previous
does.
Kingsman movies, just FYI. So, yay. So, bunch to look forward to.
And
So.
you're all caught up. Everybody's caught up now.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. We missed last week, so we were just trying to get everyone caught up. And there's a lot of great things out there for everyone to see, so please check them out and, go support your local theater. We still need that. And just a quick note, we will not be on next week because it's Thanksgiving.
Woohoo!
So, but we'll be back the week after. And hey, we're deep into Christmas, and everyone, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your families. So thanks so much for So thanks so much for listening, and we had fun as usual, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. Please give us a review or comment because it really does help us out. And please follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys.